Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. When we talk about making cinematic videos, we basically mean you getting amazing colors, lighting, and all in all getting videos that look amazing and pleasing or even satisfying to your eyes and to your personal preferences, but also to the people who are going to watch those videos in case you're making the videos for people out there. So there are so many steps that you need to take to achieve that cinematic look for a video and for the photos. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the ways you can achieve the cinematic look for your videos. Now, if you go on the internet and you search cinematic look or how to achieve a cinematic look, you'll see that there are so many blogs and there are so many videos that people have shared, and most of the tips in those videos and those blogs are different. That means that it takes a long time and takes so much effort for you to achieve a cinematic look for your videos. So you need to practice while you're not giving up, because it is not going to be an easy journey for you as someone who is starting out in this industry. You need to keep practicing, and while you're practicing, you need to understand that giving up is not an option for you, not until you get what you want. So if you want to get an amazing look for your videos and photos that you see other people are having, you need to understand that, well, it takes time, but you will also be there if you keep practicing and if you keep pushing yourself to get better every day that starts. One of the ways that I follow to get that cinematic look in the videos I shoot is to always shoot in 24 frames per second. This helps my videos to have that natural movement. And while I'm shooting in 24 frames per second, one principle I don't forget is to double the shutter speed. Now, when I'm shooting 24 frames per second, that means that my shutter speed is either going to be 50 or 60, and that helps me to get a natural movement of my subjects that I'm shooting. So if you want to have that cinematic look in your videos, I advise you to always shoot in 24 frames per second, and once you shoot with that frame rate, don't forget to edit in 24 frames per second so that your video is not messed up. Keep shooting and editing in the frame rate that you have used. I understand there are people who will shoot their videos depending on the region they live in 30 frames per second, but depending on the region I live in, it's better for me to shoot in 24 frames per second, and later on after shooting I will edit my videos in a 24 fps sequence. Another step that will help you make amazing videos is to always give thoughts to your images. Before you shoot any video, you need to ask yourself, why am I shooting this video? Why am I recording this person? What is the best way to bring out? Now, when you ask yourself these questions, you will start finding out that you get more questions that will need answers that will help you make better shots, or even that will help you direct in a better way. So it is important, while you're shooting any video, ask yourself, why am I shooting this video? How can I make it better? And how unique is my shot when it comes to telling the story of the entire video? This will help you identify which shots are better than the shots you originally had, and which shots will suit the story you're trying to tell. So always give your shots thoughts before you start shooting, and that will help you get solutions that will enable you make cinematic and amazing videos. When I was talking about frame rate, I talked about you doubling that number. That means that you're following the 180-degree shutter rule. It is always important that when you're shooting videos and you set your frame rate on 24 frames per second, it is always important to double that with the shutter speed, because at the end of the day, once your shutter speed is on 50 and your frame rate, all FPS, is on 24 frames per second, that means that your subject is going to get a smooth movement. Or anything that will be in front of your camera and it is moving, it will have a smooth motion, and your eyes will receive that communication, and that will not make someone who is watching the video you will share feel there is something missing. So when you set your frame rate to a certain figure, let me say 24 frames per second, make your shutter speed 50. When you set your frame rate on 30, make sure that your shutter speed is 60, and this will help you have cinematic videos with a smooth movement. There are so many people who will move their cameras whenever they want, but it is important for you to understand, why am I moving this camera? When do I need to move this camera? If you don't have a vivid answer to that question, please don't move your camera. Have your camera on a tripod and in one position. This will help you to tell the story better, and this will give your videos a nice look, because once the camera is stable, that helps the viewer to focus on things that are happening in that frame. When you move your camera unnecessarily, that is going to confuse the person who is going to view your video. So it is important, before you move that camera, ask yourself, why am I moving this camera? If you get an answer for that, for example, if someone is moving and you need to track their movement, there you can put your camera on the gimbal and you follow that person. That means that you have a reason to move that camera. But if you don't have a reason to do so, for example, right now I'm seated here, I don't need any camera movements while I'm speaking to you, the person who is watching this, so I don't need to move it. That is the reason as why my camera is on the tripod, and this helps the person viewing my video from the other side focus on the information that I'm sharing, and that will help you make your videos stand out and also cinematic in one way or the other. Away from just shooting videos, there are so many people who are very good when it comes to video editing, but they are very poor when it comes to color grading. So if you want to get a cinematic look, always make sure that you practice and teach yourself, or go on the internet and look for classes that will take you through color grading. Color grading is one of the steps that will help your videos move from one level to another, and people will either hate the way your videos look or fall in love with the way your videos look. So take time and learn color grading. Teach yourself how to color grade videos in a style that you want, because not every video that is color graded, or not everyone out there that color grades video will interest you or will make the videos that look nice, depending on your personal preference and perspective. So teach yourself how to color grade videos, and this will help you to better your image look. And when you share that video, you'll see that there will come a time when people start appreciating your color grading skills. I'm sure you see it, but you rarely pay attention to it, but it makes you enjoy what you're watching. Either it's a computer, mobile phone, or it is a TV screen. Well, choose an aspect ratio that is of purpose depending on the content you're sharing. So it is important for you as a videographer, when you're going to shoot a video, you choose an aspect ratio that communicates the message you're going to put out, and that will help the viewers to perceive your works and videos a certain way. There used to be a time when we used to add crop bars on videos to show that the videos are cinematic. But one thing that people didn't understand was that videographers were trying to hide unwanted space from the videos, and then they would use the remaining spaces to scale their videos, or even to position their videos well. So for you, if you are going to shoot amazing videos, if you want to achieve an amazing look, choose an aspect ratio depending on the purpose of the video you're shooting. What is aspect ratio? Aspect ratio is the variation of the frame, or is the different, these are the different measurements of the screen that we see while we are shooting. So you need to choose that depending on the message you're going to convey to your viewers, and that will help your viewers perceive the message you're trying to pass out, but also in one way or the other, it will make your videos look cinematic. Originally, if you read about photography and videography, you will understand that the camera was manufactured with an inspiration of how the eye operates. That means that how your eyes see things during daytime and night time, that is how the camera will also capture images depending on different environment. So if you want to capture amazing videos, if you want to capture amazing photos and videos, you need to teach yourself lighting. Lighting is one way videographers use to communicate a message to their viewers, and it is one of the ways that videographers and DOPs in movies use to make their stories powerful. For you as someone who would like to get that cinematic look for your videos, it is important that you learn lighting. Go on the internet, there are so many videos that will teach you how to light your scenes, and one YouTube channel I will always recommend that will teach you everything about lighting different scenes is the YouTube channel for Bradley Bassett. Bradley Bassett is one of the YouTubers that will teach you movie lighting, how you can light interviews, and how you can light scenes with expensive lights but also with cheap lights. So that channel will help you master the skill of lighting videos and lighting scenes. My name is Pius Jogire. If this video has been useful to you, don't fear to like and also subscribe to this channel, so that when I share more videos like this, you don't miss them out. If you have any tip that will help people share and make amazing cinematic videos, share that in the comment section below. And don't forget to practice, because with practice you can come from zero to a hero. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.